Oh, how my life has changed. I'm about to leave for London in like half an hour. I'm gardening. We're planting out our first plants. We've done broccoli, lettuce, Brussels sprouts, lettuce, cabbage, Brussels sprouts. I've grown so many seedlings. We're gonna have a lot of Brussels sprouts, broccoli. So this is a cabbage. I've got some labels that I need to go get so we don't forget what all these are because they all look exactly the same. He's big. Thing is, I'm gonna have to write this a few times over. This is not gonna be enough, is it?
Maybe you can write them more neatly next time.
Got these on Amazon, I'll link them. I don't buy a lot of stuff from Amazon, but I thought these were pretty great. Good evening from London. I am in London. Let me move this lights. This hotel room is insanely dark. Not sure what's going on with that. Let me pop you here so to save me from wriggling around loads. So I have just arrived in London. I got the train up this afternoon. I'm here for a top secret project. I'm gonna ask how much I can share. I am unsure if I can like share behind the scenes sneak peeks or whether it's totally stum until I can actually talk to you about it. But I'm here for something very exciting and I'm quite nervous. It's quite a big deal in my career, in my life, and it's very surreal. Alex was going to be coming with me. He's gonna be, I think, coming up on Thursday because I'm here until the end of the week. It's Tuesday now. But because of the animals, because of the pets, it's just logistically too difficult because Frankie needs medicine 3 times a day. Roxy obviously needs looking after, and it just would be too much for him to be here for 4 days. So hopefully he'll be joining me on Thursday. I've just ordered Deliveroo. It's quite late. Alex has just sent me a photo of his dinner. He's having, maybe I'll just insert the photo he sent me on screen. He's having meatballs, garlic bread, and then he's drinking wine in a goblet that he got for Christmas. And that looks great. So I wanted to order Shake Shack because last time, I was trying to think when the last time I was in London. I think it was for our honeymoon. Unless I'm just forgetting something. No, I'm sure we were here at Christmas. Were we here at Christmas? Yes, I was here at Christmas. I'm sure it was in Vlogmas. When we came here for our honeymoon, on the first night we went to see, oh, what's the play? Why did my brain go? I'm clearly tired and hungry because it's literally 10 to 9 and I haven't had dinner, which is so unusual for me. We went and saw Moulin Rouge and then afterwards we went to the Shake Shack and Alex was quite drunk and we ordered a vegan burger. And it was maybe one of the best vegan burgers I've ever had. It was so delicious. And I went to try and order it on delivery, but often on delivery they do like a reduced menu, so they didn't have it. They just had like a veggie mushroom patty, which is not what I want. So I've ordered from Mercy Burger. Never had their stuff before. It's always a bit of a risk, but quite a few, I think the Burger Co and a few of the other ones that I recognise aren't taking orders anymore, so fingers crossed they're good. They have a good rating on Deliveroo and on Google. So I've ordered a burger, loaded fries and a Diet Coke. I've ordered their green chili burger, so I'll let you know how it is. But yeah, I'm here for the rest of the week and it's something really huge in my career. It's something that's very exciting, and if I can't actually show you what I'm doing, I'll at least show you everything around it and talk about it. This morning I managed to do a bit of gardening. We planted out some of my seedlings. I was a little bit nervous about going to London because I knew that they needed to be planted out. My life has changed so much. I think I said that in the clips this morning, that was the thing that I was thinking about, like, oh, if I go to London, like my plants won't be planted out in time because there are seedlings inside that need to be like potted on because they're getting very leggy. And it's just mad to me that that's like a concern of mine. It's like, so it's not a concern, it's but it's interesting how my priorities have changed, and that's what's important to me, because like small things like that matter to me now more so than, I guess, big stuff or exciting stuff or like even work stuff. Like, it's funny, I don't know, it's so weird. The small things, the countryside things, the slow living things is what brings me the most joy these days. Oh, your rider is heading to Mercy Burger. Wonderful, that's good news. So I'm gonna have my burger. I'm gonna have well, not an early night. I'm gonna get into bed. I'm gonna read my book. I've got Ghosts by Dolly Alderton. I'm determined to keep my routines up here. One thing I'm gonna see if they've got is peppermint tea. Let's see. Yes, I have a peppermint tea. Wonderful. I have a peppermint tea every evening. I should have brought some with me, but it's loose leaf tea, so that would have been a bit impossible. I'm staying at the Bermondsey Square Hotel. I'm excited to be in London. It's quite the journey up, you know. Getting the train at 2 o'clock was a bit unusual. I usually go in the morning, and I do prefer going in the morning because it feels less long. Like, if you go in the afternoon, it feels quite long. But yeah, I will have my burger. I'll show it when it arrives. And then tomorrow it's all systems go. The one thing that happened though, I could not believe this happened on the taxi ride. Minding my own business, and then my suitcase goes flying, because when you kind of go around corners and stuff, your suitcase wheels go everywhere. So I went to grab it and I broke my nail. Come on, focus camera. I broke my nail, so the middle nail. Luckily I had a nail file, so hopefully that's not, actually now I'm looking on the camera, it really is not noticeable at all. That's not bad at all actually. So I filed it down, but it like clean cut it off, and the nail varnish is kind of off, and I can't believe that happened, because the reason I'm here, I kind of like, my nails need to be looking good. I need to be in tip-top shape. So I'm going to try and find a nail salon somewhere nearby that I can go to at the end of the day tomorrow to try and get that fixed. Though, I don't know. I'll see if it even matters. It doesn't look bad at all, you know. Because I've got such a natural colour on my nails, it's not very noticeable. We'll see, but I just was like, this, of course this has happened. Anyway, hopefully my burger comes soon.
Those two are absolute standouts. For me, the other two fighting are twins.
Good morning. I wish I could show you what you are perched on, because it is hilarious. So I'm just getting ready this morning. I woke up quite early, because I always do, and I was going to go to the gym this morning, but then I thought maybe that would be a bit much considering I've just got here, so I'll go later if I want to. Just doing my skincare. I just got out of the shower. I'm going to go down for breakfast. I'm just using, well, I just used the rose water from iHerb from the Heritage store, and then Dr. Barbara Sturm's the Good C vitamin C serum. I try and use vitamin C every day because it's very brightening. It's always weird waking up in a different place because you don't feel yourself even though nothing's changed. It's really weird. By the way, if you're curious what deodorant I really love, I've got quite a few natural ones I love, but this is one of my favourites, Salt of the Earth spray deodorant, and this is lavender and vanilla. Just really works. I never smell, and I do a lot of you know, gym going. Now I'm using the Biosense Squalane and Probiotic Gel Moisturiser. I just love everything that Biosense does, and I use this in the mornings because it's not quite enough in the evenings, because I'm now using my Skin and Me. I used to use gel moisturiser in the mornings and the evenings, but if you're using any kind of like actives regularly, you'll find your skin is drier. I have oily skin, so that works amazingly for me, because since using Skin on Me, my skin just isn't as oily and my pores aren't as big. I look very tired this morning, which is just great. I may as well show you my skincare and makeup routine this morning. How much time do I have? Okay, I've got plenty of time. I'm using the Haror Earl Grey lip balm. Love Haror. I think these were one of the first I bought when I first went vegan. Or like one of the first that I remember finding and being like, oh look, it like labels itself as cruelty free and vegan. Organic and everything. Next is my Davines SU Conscious Sunscreen SPF 30. Nearly finished with this. I really like this sun cream. I think after this I'll rebuy the ultraviolet one. I would definitely repurchase this one though, just because it blends in like a moisturiser. Really does not feel like SPF at all. Anyway, how are you all doing? What's going on in your life? Tell me, because I feel like I want to know. I feel like I want to know. I want to know, let me know. This is the RMS Beauty Uncover Up Concealer. I really love this. I have a fear that it's not totally vegan because I shared it and one of you said it may have honey in it. So when I go to repurchase a concealer, I will double check that. It's annoying because I swear that whenever I purchase things like this, I always filter things by like vegan or cruelty free or organic, etc. And I swear that this was in one of those categories. It might just be that it was, I think it's so weird. I still to this day, even though I've been vegan for so long, I still to this day get a little bit confused when I'm ordering stuff and I forget. It's so stupid. I don't know why. It's one of the things, I don't know if any of you have this, when it comes to skincare or makeup, whatever, I still sometimes forget to check if something is cruelty free and vegan. It's like if I see vegan I think, oh, it's cruelty free, and if I see cruelty free I think, oh, it's vegan. And I think it's maybe because sometimes I shop for things like this in the evening because I'm like, oh, I need some new concealer, I'm gonna go buy that. And I'm maybe a bit tired. I think that's what maybe happened here. It'll be very sad though because I really absolutely love this concealer. I feel like it's like my favourite concealer. My other favourite concealer is from, why have I forgotten the name of it? Inica. But their shade ranges are kind of horrendous. I don't love supporting them. I kind of stopped buying from them for that reason because I just think it's 2023, you should have a better shade range. And you can't really easily buy it online. But let me know your favourite concealers that are like either organic or natural or vegan, cruelty free, etc. I'd love to know. I like a more kind of glowy coverage. See, look at that. I feel like I wouldn't need foundation and I feel like my face looks lovely. Look at my forehead. I just love the products I'm using. Like, I feel like Skin and Me and the vitamin C is just doing wonders for my skin. This foundation is like my current favourite. It's the Liquid Mineral Foundation from Bare Minerals. It gives you just a very airbrushed appearance without it being like cakey or like you've got loads of makeup on, which is what we all want, isn't it? The shade is slightly dark on me, very, not dark, it's just the wrong undertone. I often have this issue with foundations because I wouldn't say my undertone is pinky or warm. It's kind of neither, probably more on the pinky side, but it does blend really nicely. It's unusual being back in London because I haven't been in a while. I haven't been for work in a while. I don't know if you remember back in like 2019, 2020, before the pandemic. Well, yeah, 2019 probably is the year. I went to London multiple times a month for work. Obviously I was writing my book, so I was going to lots of book meetings, and I also was just going to more events and having more meetings with brands because I was with my management company. So now I'm not with a management company. I represent myself in a house. I have, you know, my brother-in-law who works with us, who does sort of that kind of side of things. I don't come to London as much, but it's something that's on my kind of like goal list for this year, is to come to London more because I do get invited to cool things and I tend to just say no, I live in Cornwall, sorry. And I think that it's kind of shutting me out a little bit from having those friendships and having that connection with people in this industry, because when you work in this job it is a little isolating because you're not really doing it with anyone. I mean, obviously I'm doing it with people who I work with, but they aren't on camera like I am, or like doing the job I'm doing. They're doing a different job to me. And I just think it'd be really positive for me, because I think the pandemic kind of took it out of us. Oh, by the way, this is the RMS Lipped Cheek in Demure. Also love this. Yeah, I feel like the pandemic just kind of said, you don't need to travel anymore. And then I didn't go abroad for like 3 years, or 2 years, and I don't remember. And then I guess lots of brands stopped kind of doing as much. And so then I stopped doing as much. And then I'm gonna use a highlighter from RMS Living Luminizer. I just have a feeling all 3 of these aren't vegan, which would be very annoying. Yeah, and that's one of my goals, is like every month or every quarter to come to London. You know, whether that's for an event and then I can have some meetings with people, or just, you know, even just meeting up with other friends in this industry, and then you can chat about, you know, just to have a friendship with them, and but also chat about work stuff, because it's very comforting to talk to other people about this industry. This is the Typology lip oil in Coral Orange. I'm obsessed with this. I use this all of the time, honestly. It's like a lip balm. I just love it. But yeah, I just think it would be good for me to be able to, like, I don't know, speak with other people who are in this industry, and also meet brands as well, because I work with a lot of brands. I don't meet them in person. My interactions with them are mainly via email, which I know is normal. I know that's like standard procedure. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Luxury Palette Flawless Eye Filter. I'm just using the black along my eyes a little bit. Yeah, I just feel like it would be good for me and for the people I work with down in Cornwall, for us to come up to London more and just spend more time building those work relationships, because there isn't as much of that down in Cornwall. I very rarely have, like, I don't know, you don't really have Cornish brands beyond like Seesaw, I guess, who I work with, because they probably just don't have the budget, to be honest with you. It's very expensive to be able to afford like marketing budgets. And a lot of Cornish brands anyway, like if they're going to sponsor someone, understandably, they're probably going to want to sponsor athletes. So anyway, that's the goal, and this is maybe the first of many trips. I think it was too many before, and then it was too little, and I need to make some kind of middle ground. Not that this is very interesting to you, but sometimes you guys ask for more of the business side of things, so I'm here to share. And now I'm using the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I really do like this mascara. However, since getting older, my mascara doesn't stay in the same way it used to. I don't know if it's just my eyes, because I've aged, but there are more creases, and so it smudges more. But my mascara ends up underneath my eyes at the end of the day a lot more than it used to. So if you have like a mascara that works like this one, because I love, like, look how good that looks at the start of the day, but it doesn't last. So yeah, my eyelashes look lovely now, nice and big and fluttery, and then they just don't stay like that. Like, I feel like even literally already they're kind of falling down a bit. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. And now I'm using the Refy eyebrow kit, which I love. I'm actually getting my eyebrows laminated when I get home in a couple weeks, because I'm coming back to London next week, and because my sister got it done, it looked really cool. So I'm gonna try that and see if that reduces some getting ready time, because if my eyebrows were done, I mean, I've got nice big eyebrows, so I'm quite lucky, because I've got dark hair, you kind of don't notice it. But the thing is, because I have big eyebrows, they can fall quite messily. So the idea is, if they're laminated, they'd be like in position, like styled, ready. So I will see how that goes. I'll share it with you, and we'll see if I like it enough to do it again. I also will ask her, I know that she does lash lifts and tints, and I've had that done before, but again, that's difficult because I've got dark hair. I had it done once and it just didn't make that much of a difference, but I do know that it does vary, like who you get it done by and like there's obviously different techniques, and maybe I just need to like try her and see and talk to her about it. And maybe when I first had it done, maybe I said to them like, oh, I want it really natural, and they just didn't go too much on it. If I could wake up and my eyebrows and eyelashes were done, and all I had to do was put on a bit of lip balm and maybe a bit of concealer under my eyes, I'd be very happy. Maybe I need to get a tinted version of this, because again, the only issue with this, because I have such dark eyebrows, is that the gel, you can kind of see it when I first put it on. I sometimes have to do this a little bit to get it to go. I'm gonna use a little bit of lip liner. This is from Bare Minerals, Minerist Lip in Striking Spice. Well, that needs a sharpen. I forgot to do bronzer. This is the airbrush bronzer from Charlotte Tilbury. That's the only one that I've found for pale skin that isn't orangey or too dark. So I highly recommend if you're pale like me, because every single other bronzer I've ever bought, I use it because I like to have a little bit of a contour, but I like to embrace the fact that I'm really pale, because I think it's quite flattering for my dark hair, like it looks nice. If you have similar, I think it's, yeah, you probably feel the same. It looks quite nice to sort of show off that contrast. So then if you start putting like an orangey bronzer on, it's nice, you look glowy and bronzed, but then it kind of takes away from that a little bit. Takes away a little bit of the paleness, whereas this I just literally feel like it just adds a bit of contour without, it just does so little, which is exactly what I want. And that's me, my makeup done in this horrific lighting. Probably not, my under eye bags are still raging. That's just part of my face that I have to accept. I have those bags. Not sure how my hair is looking, it's kind of wavy from yesterday. What was I just thinking? Do my hair, get dressed, put my makeup on, put my jewellery on, go downstairs for breakfast, and then I've got to head out. Eek. I usually have like a spray bottle that I refresh my hair with if I've worn it curly, but I didn't bring that with me because it tends to leak. So that was it's kind of difficult. So instead of using a spray bottle, this is what it looks like. So it looks fine, but because I've had it in a ponytail, it's kind of uneven. And that doesn't look great. It's kind of flat and whatever. And then these front bits, funny. So I'm going to struggle a little bit without a spray bottle, but if you don't have a spray bottle, just literally just wet your hands and run it over your hair. Not that I need to teach you this, because I feel like if you already have wavy hair, you probably know this, or curly hair. I remember doing this when I was little, in like the girls' bathrooms in between, like literally in between classes, if it'd been raining or something. And you have to get it quite wet. And what it does is if you've used product, like if you've used mousse, it kind of reactivates it. You do run the risk, this is the thing, it's like I prefer a spray bottle, because when you touch your hair this much, you do run the risk of it getting frizzy. I just get it sopping wet to the point where it literally looks like I've just got out of the shower. Yeah, and if you want to avoid frizz as well, don't zhuzh it at this stage. Don't start like going whoosh like this. Just gentle. It's tempting, because like if your hair isn't super curly and you like want the curls to happen, you're tempted to kind of start like, ugh. But trust the process and trust that your hair will do its thing. And actually, to be honest with you, second day sometimes is better because it's less fluffy, which means it might spring up a bit more. And I don't have a diffuser. That was dumb. Why didn't I bring that? I'll get Alex to bring it, because my hair's going to take a while to dry. If I go outside, I'm sure it'll dry. Anyway, let's get dressed. Oops, I left it recording. So this is the outfit I'm going to be wearing. Don't know whether to have the button done up to the top. That's better. I feel like it always looks better on me when things are relaxed like this. M&S jeans, and then Daisy London jewellery, and I'm going to put my Doc Martens on and head out. Well, actually no, I'm going to go to breakfast first. I'm ready to go. Here's, can you see me? Here's my outfit with the boots, handbag. Let's go. And also my massive coat, because it's still freezing in the UK. Hello everyone, it is 5 o'clock-ish this evening and I've just got home. I used the Santander bikes to get to and from location today, and I have kind of been given a little bit of permission to talk a little bit about what it is I'm doing. You're gonna have to wait still, but I'm allowed to say that I'm doing a photo shoot for a project, and it went so well today. I hopefully got some behind the scenes. I don't want to give too much away, but there's some behind the scenes. So it went so well. Everyone was so lovely. It was a really nice team at the shoot today. I was really nervous because I've never done anything like this before, and it's just a nerve-wracking experience. It's a big moment in my career and it's very exciting, and it's just a lot. It's something that I didn't expect would ever happen, I guess. It's very surreal. It was a massive pinch me moment that I just sat there for a second and I was like soaking it up, and I was just like, this is crazy that this is happening. It's just mad. But anyway, it was such a lovely day. Everyone was so nice, and it just was a really successful photo shoot. I'm just really excited. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do this evening. I've just got home off of my Santander bike, which was a bit of a mission. It's like there's really great cycle paths to and from the studio. Some of it is like on the road when it's like rush hour and there's lots of traffic lights, so it's a bit like, well, I could just get off my bike and just kind of walk this bit, because otherwise I'll be sat here in traffic. But yeah, I'm not sure what to do this evening. I'm in two minds about going to the gym, ordering takeaway and just watching a film, or going out and going to a musical. And even saying that, I feel like I should do the second one, but I feel like, am I overdoing it? No, I'm not overdoing it. I'm in London. I feel like it would be boring to do what I would usually do at home when I'm in London. Like, I should take the opportunity. So I'm gonna try and have a little look online and see if I can find like a cheap ticket, or if not, just, do you know what, part of me is like, I don't go to London often enough. I should just get a ticket to the one I want to go to. I kind of want to go see Phantom of the Opera. And I think I might have a look now and see if I can find something. Alex did suggest that you can go to like Leicester Square and go to those ticket booths, but I feel like that would make me a bit like, oh, because I've not got a ticket before I get there. And I figure if I get a ticket online, I can just grab some food like from a takeaway place on the way, put something into Happy Cow, see what I can find. Maybe like, I don't know, I'll have a look, just grab something. And maybe I could like stop somewhere near in a bar and just have a glass of wine or something and reflect on the day. But I'll let you know what I end up doing. And I think I'm going to put on something a bit warmer though, because I was a little chilly in this today. It's like supposed to be spring and it's like cold. Like it was freezing cycling this morning. Yeah, this is so surreal. Ah! Good morning, it is day 2 of being in London. For some reason I look like this. I don't know why this happens when I'm in London. I went to bed at like midnight, woke up at 7, and my face looks like this. Why my bags, why do I look so puffy? I did have wine last night. Phantom of the Opera was absolutely incredible. I don't know if it's because I grew up listening to that album, soundtrack, and I just don't, it was incredible seeing it sung by like opera singers, because obviously my frame of reference is the film, which is obviously actors. It was just incredible, and I get why the film did it with actors, because it's kind of like different, I guess. But like, I loved that movie and I loved the soundtrack and I loved everything about Phantom of the Opera growing up. Oh, and to see it live immediately when she sang Think of Me, I literally was crying, streaming tears. It was so beautiful. Oh my gosh, it was the dream evening. It was just so much fun. I loved it so much. So I'm gonna make myself look less puffy and crazy and get ready for the day. Right, so ready to go. This is outfit of the day. For today, I've got my, I think this is Organic Basics. It's Organic Basics, ignore my little fringe bits. I've just made them wear so they look a bit funny. Organic Basics, I think, or sea salt t-shirt. This is an Edge of Ember necklace, because some people sometimes ask. And then this, I think, is also, oh, these earrings, these Astrid and Mew, I think. My friend got them for me for my birthday and I love them. And then these jeans are vintage, got them in Wild Pony in Falmouth, and then New Balance trainers. I think they're like the 530s or something. I saw some people wearing these and they reminded me of the trainers I had growing up as a kid, like Skechers. And I needed a new pair of trainers, and so I thought I'm gonna get those because they remind me of my childhood and they look so comfortable, and they are, so perfect. I feel like I'm a dad, but I love them. And then I'm gonna whack my vintage coat on, my Canusa handbag, good to go for day 2. Such a cute little setup. Good evening, I'm home. It's 8:15, end of day 2. I've just got back from meeting my friend Marta and Kenzo, who I think we established I have met before. It's her husband Kenzo, but it was years ago and I don't think we've hung out properly. Marta is a fellow content creator online. I'll link her below. Go follow her if you're like into sustainable fashion. She's lovely and she makes really fun sustainable fashion videos over on Instagram. And she's just a great one to follow if you're into sustainable fashion, skincare, beauty, etc. But yeah, it was nice to see her because I haven't seen her in years, and we were talking about like when the last time was, and it was I think at a festival years ago, but we chat all the time online. I had quite a few friends like that. Who unfortunately I don't get to see very often because obviously I'm in Cornwall, and it's sad. I feel like the pandemic took that, I think maybe I've touched on that in this video potentially, but yeah, it took that away. So it's really nice to see people again, and it just made me think this is so lovely because we were talking about work, and it's the sort of thing you can only really talk about with people who do this job. Like obviously my friends at home, we talk about everything and I love them, but they don't do the same job. Just like, I guess, if they're talking to people at their work, you know, you relate to people, especially if you're self-employed. Like, if any of you are self-employed, you can feel a bit isolated. And so the only people who truly understand what it is to do your job as someone who's self-employed or runs a certain business would be people who did the same thing. Like, I can imagine that would transfer, well, not even just being self-employed, like it would transfer to so many jobs where you'd kind of relate to people who do the same thing, and it's very fun and interesting, because also a lot of this industry is very like stum, where you just don't really know what's going on. So I'm taking my makeup off with the, look at this panda face, Liha Orin Rin Cleansing Balm. I love this cleansing balm, beautiful, but I end up with quite the epic smoky eye. Got my little reusable face pads. Where are these from? I wish I knew. I don't know where they're from. Let's get this off before I continue talking to you. With lots of makeup all over my face. See, look how easily though that comes off. Like, amazing. Yeah, and her husband Kenzo, who also makes content, he's a comedy creator. His videos are so funny. I'll also link him if you love comedy on Instagram or TikTok. He just makes these incredibly well edited and funny skits about everyday things that are very relatable and very hilarious, like being a millennial, and he has funny videos about like even about Marta, like the things that she does, or his musings on things. But yeah, he's very funny, and they're both such lovely people, because obviously I've got to meet quite a lot of people in this industry over the years, and Martha has always been somebody who's been so supportive of me through work and stuff. She's just so supportive and so lovely and always there to listen. So I just really appreciate her friendship. And Kenza's also so nice. So it's really nice to speak to them this evening. We went to Frank & Manca's and got pizza, and it was actually delicious. This is the Nim Cosmetics. They sent this to me recently. It's actually a beautiful cleanser and it's all natural and lovely. This is their aloe vera jelly cleanser, and I love a jelly cleanser. This is fragrance free, cruelty free, 100% vegan, plastic free. So I will link them because I know lots of you love this kind of thing, and I use their jelly cleanser, and then also their organic shea and rosehip rich cream moisturizer, which is not too heavy for me either, which is lovely because I've been using the Skin of Me. Like I said, I can kind of tolerate the heavier moisturizers. This is my double cleanse. Yeah, it was a lovely evening, and today was also another successful photo shoot. It was just a lot of fun. Everyone was so lovely, and you know, everything just was going quite smoothly, and it's just a really nice day. Tomorrow I'm going home, which would be nice because I miss Alex and Roxy and Frankie and Zeus. And obviously I'm so excited to share with you what I'm working on, what the project is. But it's very inspiring being there with these incredibly talented, creative people who have done such amazing work, and just to watch them work is just so inspiring. And whoop, I just flushed the toilet by accident. Yeah, watching them work is so inspiring. I'm using the rose water. Again, I love using this, it's just so relaxing. Just seeing the setup at the studio and watching how they work, and it just makes me just think and reflect. And I'm definitely going to be coming to London more because I just think that's the way that you grow. It's like spending time with other people, other creative people who, you know, do similar things, do different things. It's fun. Yeah, in some way I'm glad that Alex didn't come, because I think it's pushed me outside my comfort zone, and I think it's good to do things on your own. So I'm really glad that I decided to do that. I just rang him, he's just in Tesco. It's just so funny how when I'm not there, his routine is just so hilarious. He's like at Tesco, it's 9:20, he's just got home and he's just gone to Tesco to buy his dinner. For context, when we are at home together, we usually eat dinner at like 6 or 7, so to be in the shop buying dinner at 8 is not something I would do. But Alex is a bit more of a night owl. So yeah, I just used my Skin and Me, by the way, which I'm nearly out of, and I think my other one's on the way. Girls, well, yesterday were asking me, we were speaking about skincare, and obviously I shared about, she's like, oh, what skincare do you use because your skin looks nice, your skin looks lovely, and I thought that's very kind of you. And I said about Skin and Me because I was like, and she's like, oh my god, is that like another influencer thing that's actually like talked about a lot, but is it actually good? And I was like, it's actually great. So I wonder if I'll have to ask her if she's going to actually get it, because that's, I mean, everything I always talk about, this is not sponsored, I work with them, but I work with them because this is actually legitimately, I use this every single day and it's so good, and I would recommend it to my friends and people, anyone, because it's so great. I love it. And then I'm going to use my toothpaste from Weekend. This is a new toothpaste actually, brand. Alex picked it up because it's like in a recyclable tube. This is natural, but it's got fluoride. Blended natural peppermint. The thing is with some natural toothpaste, similar to like deodorants, I feel like when they go too natural, they just don't work. So I was finding the toothpaste I had before was so natural and had nothing in it. So I was waking up in the morning, I just felt like my mouth didn't feel fresh. And I used this sample that I got from my dentist, which I think was Sensodyne or something, he gave it to me. And I just used it because we had like a few days where we didn't have toothpaste and we needed to top up. And I woke up in the morning, I was like, my mouth feels so much fresher, but I don't want to obviously purchase that because I don't think it's cruelty free. I'm not sure it is, I don't think it is. So I'm now trying this one because this is like a natural toothpaste, but it's got fluoride in it. And I know that fluoride is like a bit of a, people are like avidly against it, or they think it's really important. And I think that dentists definitely recommend it, so I'm gonna keep using it. So that's me all freshened up. So that's me all freshened up for tomorrow, our last day. I'm gonna be going home midday, did I say that already? Because of just getting back to Cornwall. And I'm excited to be at home and relax. I think tomorrow I said to Alex, I really want Saturday, to wake up, go to the beach with Roxy and get some breakfast somewhere and just have a really lovely day together. So fingers crossed we can do that and do some more gardening and everything. Really enjoying the gardening, and I'm actually really excited about it. I will see you in the morning for the final day in London. And I keep on thinking there's something else I was going to say, but I don't think there is, so see you in the morning.